We have snacks. We have party favors. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to here. Here's what we're going to talk about. Together, you and me and all of us here, okay? We are going to talk all about the blues turnaround, okay? The blues turnaround. You know the one? I'll show you 3 common blues turnarounds that you can use, first of all. But we are also going to break down exactly what is happening in them, right? Theoretically, so that we can 1, understand their structure better, and 2, allow you to recreate them in any key. So let's talk about it. And so here's our first blues turnaround that we're going to talk about. Where's my pick? Oh dear, I found it. Oh my God, yeah. So this example is in the key of A major, okay? And what we did here was we kept a constant through line, okay? A constant beat, oh, beat, okay? Here on the A note, right? Okay? And so this grounds this entire little riffy guy, this little turnaround, into the key of the song. And so now what about these notes? Up here. We notice there that that is a pure chromatic ascent, right? We are starting on C sharp and ending on E, which is our target note, right? And so why? Why is that E note our target note? Well, E is the 5th degree of A, right? The key of the song. And the 5 chord, which is built off of the 5th degree of a scale, okay, is very important. It's a very important chord, especially in a blues progression, okay, because that 5 chord has that dominant function. It is what leads us back to our 1 chord, which in this case is A major, right? Which is exactly what the blues turnaround leads to. It leads back to the 1 chord. Right? So the blues turnaround is a lead up to the 5 chord, which in itself is the lead up to the 1 chord. Okay, so it's a bit of a tension party. It's a tension party, okay? And so now why do we start our tension party on the C sharp note though? We didn't talk about that. Well, C sharp is the 3rd degree of A major. And so another point we need to notice here is that our 3 main notes in this progression here are the A note, right? That's our constant note. We have our C sharp note, which is the 3rd degree of A, and we have the E note, which is the 5th degree of A. A, C sharp, and E make up the A major chord, right? So we are essentially taking that A major chord, breaking it down, adding some tension chromatic notes in between, and then using it to resolve right back down to itself.
Ghost hunters who go to ghosts, to hunt ghosts, and then get frightened when a door slams? What's your problem? Imagine being the ghost. Imagine. You told me to knock 3 times and I knocked 3 times and now you're running off. Do better.
And so another version of this little turnaround, okay, is instead of ascending into the 5th degree, you can descend to the 5th degree. So let's play that. And so again, we're keeping that A note constant throughout the entire thing, okay? This time we start on the G note and end again on the E note, okay? So the E note we covered, okay, that's our target note. That is the 5th degree of the A, we already covered that. But now G, why do we start on G? Well, listen to me, listen to here. G is the flattened 7th of the key of A major, right? Right. Which adds a blues tonality to this, okay? It adds a blues tonality. And so, okay, first, notice how in our first little turnaround, okay, that whole riff was centered around the A major chord. But here, we have the A, G, and E being the anchor. That's not A major. No. So what the heck is this about? Well, oftentimes when you play a blues progression, you're gonna play the 1 chord, okay, as a dominant 7th chord, right? Which is made up of the notes A, C sharp, E, and G. Okay, G, which is the note we started on our little turnaround here. And so this G note, okay, regardless of if you choose to play your progression, you know, with the 1 chord as a major or a dominant 7th, it adds a dominant 7th kind of tonality. It adds a dominant 7th tonality to this broken A chord. And so this little blues turnaround is still centered around the 1 chord, but instead of it being centered around the major version of the 1 chord, it's centered around the dominant 7th version of the 1 chord. Does that make sense? Yeah.
If you ever go ghost hunting and then a door slams in your face, you say, good gracious, thank you. And then you offer it a pizza pocket.
And so now let's go over the 3rd and last turnaround, okay? Yeah. And so what's going on here? Well, we are starting on that E and C sharp note, right? Which again are the 3rds and 5ths of the A major chord. So that's the pattern, okay? The blues turnaround is always centered on the 1 chord, okay? Yeah. Yeah, and so now let's break this down string per string. Okay, string per string. So let's start with the first string here, okay, where the C sharp note is. So in this progression, we are playing C sharp, C, B, down to A. So it's kind of chromatic. It's chromatic until we, skip this A sharp and just go straight to the A. But it's chromatically descending in the direction of A, right? Then we have our third string here where we started on the E note. And this descent is purely chromatic, right? Until we end on that C sharp note, which again is the third degree of A major. And so we can see here that we have two chromatic-ish descents happening at once. Okay? They're just both starting at different points, right? We start our progression on the thirds and fifths and end them on the thirds and firsts. And again, what is the first three and fifth? It's an A major chord, okay? Yeah. The hallmark of a blues turnaround is using the one chord broken down to resolve right back down to itself. It's pretty fun, right? Me, not for nothing. I think it's pretty cool. Did anyone ever watch Pingu? Remember Pingu? And so that's it, okay? That's it, everyone. That is it. And so this is useful to know because, if ever you want to have that sound, that blues turnaround sound, and maybe you've learned it in a position, in one specific position, but maybe you're playing a different key and you want to do that same turnaround, that same sound, but you don't know how to do it. This is how you do it. I don't know why I picked my guitar back up. I'm not doing anything with it. When I was a kid, I would pull a prank on people. Yeah. I had a TV that I would just hand over to them. And I'd say, hey, could you hold this? And then I'd walk away. Look, it's a treasure map. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all that you do. Don't forget, go over to meganchurchmusic.com, sign our petition to send pigeons to space. Yeah, and also while you're there, check out the 70 Cent Guitar eBooks. We got 2 of them. We got the 70 Cent Guitar Study eBook. That is a chord, scale, and theory reference book, all organized in the Cage system, all right? You've never seen anything like it before. It has a bunch of music theory concepts, all in visual examples, and it's fun to look at. Oh, it's got a cookie recipe. Yeah, it does. And we also have the 70 Cent Beginner Guitar Guide. That is a beginner guitar guide, okay? Everything you need to learn at the beginning of playing guitar is all in the book. Yeah, and it's got a practice schedule to implement all of the things in it, okay? And we also have a course. It's called the Key to Music Theory Ultra course. It's a course where we go through the fundamentals of music, what major scales are, how we build chords from those scales, how we organize it all into keys. Soccer practice in the morning, soccer practice in the evening. Did you know I wanted to be a mortician when I was younger? Don't forget to subscribe. At 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to solve a Rubik's Cube on camera for the world to see. You don't want to miss it, do you? If ever you took out your garbage and you met a little lady who had jam in her hair, tell her about it. Don't forget, dying is a conspiracy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being. Thanks for all that you do. Don't forget, it's everything. Listen. Whatever you're looking for in this world, you'll find it, okay? You'll find it. If you're looking for more something else, if you're looking for something else, oh look, this looks like, like in the cartoons where someone runs away and they have little sack on their little batons. Yeah. Just. Me, I'm gonna dance in my shoulder tops forever till the end of time. Dance in your shoulder tops. Dance in your shoulder tops. Oh, hi, I'm just making my thumbnail. Yeah. Okay, bye.